Good afternoon. Good afternoon and happy Sunday fun day. Hope everybody is doing well. Hopefully you guys can hear me, see me. Hopefully it's not lagging too bad. It looked like it was, my camera was stuttering just a little bit when I swapped it over to this scene. So hopefully it's going fine. Otherwise I might just start it over here real quick. How's it going, Jonathan? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Clixis, hope you're doing well. I'm gonna switch back over to the chats here. Again, just like always, got a little bit different setup to stream than the last time I was streaming, so I can kind of see the chat over there. The giveaway is not live yet. The giveaway is going to be going on Instagram. As soon as I finish this build and get everything put together and get everything done with this, I'm going to be posting on my Instagram a contest. It's going to be collaborated by Garage Beer and Cordova from the Cooler brand. So you'll see it on Instagram. As long as everything goes to plan, should be within the next couple of days. But I want to get this all done and completed and make a really good video for it to be able to have that go live. Is that Janae? Welcome. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope everybody is doing good. Clixis is doing good. Great. I'm so glad to hear it. We are going to be building a computer today, and this one is going to be different than a lot of the other computers that I've built. Built a lot of computers in my time. I've built a lot of strange computers in my time. Most of them are on my YouTube channel. If you want to see any of them, they're all there somewhere if you scroll through the videos. This one is going to be even different, even more different. We are using this cooler right here as the case. And not only is that going to be the case, this is going to be a massive gaming PC. This is going to be a top of the line gaming PC. It is going to be able to play anything you want, amazing settings. And we're going to be talking about a few different things throughout that are going to be really cool with this machine. And you're not going to want to miss it, because at the end of the day, when we're done, I say that when we are done with this machine, when everything is built, put together, we're going to be giving it away. I'm not going to be giving it away today. Just want everybody to know that. I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of that. We are building it today. Again, everything goes perfectly. We put it together. We, get everything running. I've got some modifications that I need to do to the cooler. I'm also still waiting. They're going to be sending me an actual wrap, Garage Beer wrap to put on this cooler. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to be doing a lot of different things. I've got my 3D printer working, putting together some different stuff to go in, on, around this thing. It's going to be really cool when it is done. Did somebody say massive? This is going to be a massive computer. Massive computer. You did a video on the PC in a cardboard box challenge. Video collaborated with Robert. Nice. That's always fun. This is a little bit different than the cardboard case. Hi, John. Welcome in. I have my videographer officially here, ready to go, which means that we can now get started as soon as we're ready to actually start building this thing. But I did want to work through some of the specs here, just so you guys know. But first, I'm gonna make sure that John has the camera is ready to go. Do you remember how to use that? The power on the top, the red button on the top makes it go, all that kind of stuff. So, do you need anything to drink, John? Okay, all right. Anybody else need anything to drink? Anybody else? Can it do a barrel roll? This probably is the one that if any of the computers was going to do a barrel roll, this would be the one. Welcome in, Matt. This is going to be a crazy one. So I wanted to start with the processor. We've got the Ryzen 7 9800X3D. This is the top of the line gaming CPU right now. If you want the most frames, if you want the best gaming performance, this is the CPU to do it with. The Ryzen 7 9800X3D. We have right below it down here the AMD RX 9070 XT, 16 gigabytes of VRAM. I know that it's not the fastest graphics card on the market today, but to be completely honest, I mean, it is the fastest AMD graphics card, the most powerful. And to be honest, I think anything over that, you're talking literally the 48 or the 5080, the 5090, and at that point, you are getting, you're spending way too much money for not that much more performance, in my opinion. This is it. This is about as good as it gets. Is it John S? Yes, it is, Matt. My Sunday is going absolutely fantastic, Jonathan. Thank you for being here. You're making it that much better. So is this streaming on Instagram, or are we just follow on Instagram? Yes, so I'm not streaming right now on Instagram. That is something that I just, to be completely honest, don't really care to do. We'll see. With all the announcement that YouTube has made about vertical streaming becoming so easy on YouTube, I might just finally set that up at some point and stream vertically, at which point I might try to do Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But yes, as long as you're following on Instagram, I'm going, as soon as everything is done here, I'm gonna make a big video, post it on Instagram. Everything for the giveaway is gonna be done on Instagram. So if you're not following me over there, make sure you do. But that's where that video is gonna live. As soon as we get this all put together, I'm gonna make that video. That video is going to be the entry point for the giveaway. So make sure you're following over on Instagram. But yeah, we're not streaming over there right now. Blind Tech is Team Red all the time, everywhere. You love AMD. Honestly, as far as gaming goes, it doesn't get any better. As far as content creation and streaming and stuff goes, definitely getting better. And honestly, I want to do a little bit of testing with this 9070 XT. I've heard some really, really good things about the 9070 XT beforehand, about streaming and all that kind of stuff, but I haven't been able to play with it. Will I be posting to my MySpace? No, the MySpace is personal. That is for Devin only, not Devin Does Tech activities. So no, we will not be posting it on MySpace. So along with the Ryzen 7 9800X3D, the 9070 XT, we've got a couple of things that were given to us by Patriot Viper. Thank you so much, Patriot Viper. We've got a 2 terabyte NVMe Gen 4 drive, 2 terabytes. You can't beat that. What's going on, Slayer? How's it going? You cannot beat, having 2 terabytes is amazing. I will literally never build a computer myself with less than that. Games are super big at this point. You will not have to delete games for a very long time with that. We also have 64 gigabytes of their Elite 5 Ultra RAM. This stuff is absolutely crazy. 64 gigabytes of RAM going in this machine. Again, I don't remember, I mean, I do remember the last time I built a machine with 64 gigabytes. You don't need it. You don't need 64 gigabytes of RAM. It is so future-proof at that point that you are going to be good for as long as you can ever own this computer. 64 gigabytes of that DDR5 Patriot Viper RAM is absolutely insane. I'm super excited to be putting it in there. We also have a couple of things here from Montech. We've got a 1000 watt Century 2 power supply down here. Again, going to be way more power than this machine needs. This is one of those things that, again, if you in 5 years want to upgrade the graphics card, like this power supply is going to be able to handle it. And then over here, we've got the Montech HyperFlow ARGB 360 millimeter AIO cooler to go on top of that on that processor, this cooler is going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm going to keep that CPU nice and cool, and it's going to look good while it's doing it. A couple of other things. We've got this Asus ROG Strix B650 motherboard. We've got a nice little keyboard and a trackpad to go in this. By the end of this, I'm hoping that this is a completely self-contained gaming machine. It's going to be super cool. All you're going to have to do is literally open the lid, plug it in, and go. Because right behind John, we also have this 18-inch portable monitor that I'm going to be attaching to the inside of the cooler. This is literally going to just be a computer inside this cooler. You literally open it up. You're gonna have a keyboard and mouse right there. I have to see how much space is inside once everything is in there. Hopefully we have space for like a couple of controllers, but it is going to be completely self-contained. It's gonna be really cool. Like I'm really excited to put this together, guys, if you can't tell. All right, let me get caught up on chat. Why am I not following you on Instagram? Oh my gosh, thank you for the follow. Happy Sunday, Kim. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Mark, welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. We are going to do our best to have a fantastic stream. Clixus, I built a PC with my dad for my mom a few weeks ago for video editing. That is very cool. What kind of specs did that PC have in it? Very cool. That it's for video editing though. That's awesome. This, I bet it wasn't in a cooler though. That is definitely going to be at least one thing that is different about this one. So I'm super excited to put this machine together. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, I have never built a PC in a cooler before. The best thing about this is like a PC case is literally just like a box. This box is just a little bit different. So we're gonna do our best to make this a super functional, really cool looking gaming PC, and I can't wait to see the final results. So Intel Ultra 7 and a 5060 Ti. That's very cool. GPU wasn't that much because we ain't that rich. Honestly, I think the 5060 Ti is a fantastic graphics card, especially now that the price is coming down on it. I think it's a very good graphics card. Honestly, I had a 4060 Ti for a very long time in my personal machine. Absolutely great graphics card. Again, obviously it always depends on what you're doing with it, what you're trying to get out of it, what kind of performance you're trying to get. But like, it is more than what most people need, to be completely honest. So that kind of PC will definitely video edit very well. So all right, I'm gonna start getting this table cleaned off, and we are going to start putting this machine together. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm gonna have to drill some holes in this cooler. It is not going to be a very good functional cooler after we're done with it, but it is going to be a really cool gaming PC. So I'm gonna just start taking some stuff off here, and we're gonna start putting this PC together. All right. We are going to be starting with the motherboard and everything that goes along with it. And I'm gonna probably move my beer so I don't spill that all over. All right, so we need these and we need this. This cooler also, guys, this thing is like insanely sturdy. So again, I'm one of those people where I've never had a nice cooler before. I've never had this is like a $400 cooler. That doesn't make sense to me. I've spent like $30 on a cooler before. This is an insanely nice cooler. I like, there's part of me that's like, oh, I get it now. I get why this is so insanely expensive. But very, very nice, very nice cooler. Okay. The other thing that we're gonna try to do is, I've got John here to help me get some B-roll and all that kind of stuff for a video, for the videos that we make with this. The other thing I'm gonna do is I set up that camera over there. Every once in a while, there's a couple of things I wanna get B-roll of the actual unboxing. So I'm gonna just do that. So the stream might be a little bit weird during those times, but you get to watch the process of unboxing too. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that this looks good on the camera. Okay, so we're gonna probably move the camera down just a little bit. So that you can at least see something. Okay, that'll work. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this too. So this is actually how we're gonna be attaching everything to the inside of the cooler. I 3D printed, I found some builds of, this is a motherboard like bracket that I can literally just screw into whatever surface you want. This was supposed to be like a wall mount system. You literally just attach your whole computer to the wall or a board or whatever you want. So I 3D printed this. We've got a bracket for the power supply, as well as this is actually the graphics card mount and a support bracket and different stuff. So we're literally going to be screwing this stuff into the cooler and hoping that it all just stays together. So, all right, let me grab my screwdriver. If you couldn't tell, I haven't officially finished cleaning up from the 1K Fest yet. That has way too many screws in it. Hold on one second. Where did my other kit go? Where did my other screwdriver kit go? Okay, well, we'll just, oh, there it is. Okay, I just need that for a screw holder. Never know when you're gonna need that. All right. So we're gonna start here with the motherboard. We've got this amazing ROG Strix motherboard. I love Asus motherboards. I'm not gonna lie, I just really like Asus products for the most part. Whew, chat is really far away with this setup. Oh, actually, let me just, let's just move this whole thing a little bit closer. I'm just gonna do this. Oh shoot. Ugh. It's on wheels, so it shouldn't be too bad. We'll just go like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got a little bit like different angle setup here because we're using the phone instead of the big camera for the stream, but okay, that is a little bit better. I can at least see it a little bit better now. All right, first things first, the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X 3D is going in the motherboard, and I need my knife first. The literal best gaming CPU on the planet right now is going into this PC. really, really excited to test these out. All right, let's. We're going to open this up. Take that processor out. Look at that beautiful processor. All right, and that is going to sit right there. And just like that, processor is installed. I don't know why that always makes me so nervous doing that. It's so easy, but it always makes me so nervous. All right, processor installed. That was super simple. All right, next thing we are going to be doing is installing the Patriot Viper 2 terabyte NVMe drive. It is a Gen 4 solid state drive, up to 7,400 megabit per second. Again, they do get a little bit faster than that, but most of the time, either your motherboard doesn't support it or there's just like no reason why you would need something faster than that, or that fast even. Ugh. All right. Two terabytes. 2 terabytes. Whoops, I have to take this off first. Huh? And then the light being over there is not conducive to my hand being right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I have that light over there that I can bring over. Yeah, it's attached, so just let's just unattach this and bring it over. Yeah. We'll just put it right here. Because hopefully, even if that is in the... Yes, Clixus, I completely agree. It is going to be really, really cool. I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, that's better. Ready?
Now, hold on. I was waiting to see how it looked on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it definitely looks better from here.
It's just the delay is so. I think it's fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We can always turn it off if it doesn't look good on stream.
You said it wasn't in the way of this.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Worst case, it's right in on the corner there or something. All right. There is that drive.
Hold on, do it again. It's just out of focus. I'm gonna get it in focus.
Just like that. That is now installed. Just gotta... Okay. SSD installed. 2 of 3 on the motherboard. We are good to go. Eventually, we will release an always available RTX 5060 build on your website so people can keep buying them. Hey, that's awesome. That's really good. You know, I've thought about setting something like that up, but I just haven't had the, I don't know, drive to yet. Look at these beautiful stickers too. I love that. I love it. Okay. All right, and lastly on the motherboard, we have the RAM. I would like to remind everybody that we have 64 gigabytes of DDR5 Viper Patriot Viper DDR5 6000 mega transfer RAM going into this machine. We're giving away a computer with a Ryzen 7 9800X3D, a 2 terabyte solid state NVMe, 64 gigabytes of RAM. This is crazy. This is crazy, guys. I'm so excited. I don't know, to be completely honest, I wish I could keep this PC. I wish I could win this PC, but not gonna lie, I might be more excited about this than everybody else. I might be more excited about this. Just throwing that out there. All right, so we are going to not have to worry about what slots these go in because we have 4 sticks of RAM. All right, but we do have to worry about which direction they go in. Should be that. Yeah, it did. All right. Stick number 3. And stick number 4. Okay, stick number 4. 64 gigabytes of RAM installed. All right, now, isn't it more stable to do 2 sticks instead of 4 in DDR5? I'm pretty sure, yes. I mean, would you rather me give away a PC with 32 gigabytes of RAM in it? Because I can do that too. I think, again, at the end of the day, benchmarking wise, yes, probably faster. Is it something that in everyday life you're going to probably notice? Not something that I would imagine you're gonna notice, but definitely something we can test out. And again, something that for the most part, if whoever wins this wants to take out 2 sticks and only go with 32 gig and sell the other kit or something, more power to you. This is 32 gigabytes is plenty to run this all off of. All right, so that was the easy part. That was the very, very easy part. We are now, we've got the motherboard portion done here. We'll have to, before we attach everything, obviously see if there's a bracket for the CPU cooler. But at this point, we are putting this to the side. And the next thing that we have to do is start getting crazy on this cooler. This is the part that was making me nervous. I'm super excited about it, but I'm a little bit nervous because now we're getting into I've never done this territory. I'm hoping that this doesn't go horribly wrong because I've only got one cooler. This is an insane cooler. Oh, a couple of the other things. I've got some custom power supply cables. I've got a green power cable because I thought that was really cool. I've got some tubing that we're going to. Originally, I wanted to do this actually like a custom water cool loop, but to be 100% honest, custom water cooling stuff has gotten, one, insanely expensive, two, not that much more efficient than anything else, and three, it's gonna be really, really hard to ship that. So we're gonna just do some fun things and make it look really cool versus actually like water cooling it. Okay. So this is the cooler. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's a way to take the lid off. So we're just gonna have to work with that. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay it down, and I think I'm gonna lay it like this so you guys can still see. So our layout to start with, oh gosh, is going to be the motherboard right there. This is the part that's making me nervous, not gonna lie. I think this is all gonna fit in here. Jason, how's it going? Tony, yes, the CPU can absolutely handle it. I've seen a lot of builds, but this is definitely a first. Yeah, this is definitely a first for me as well. Okay, so there's the motherboard. So this is gonna sit here. It's gonna be like that. Okay. Let me see how. Okay, good. You guys can see this like perfect. Okay. So then we're gonna have the good thing is I think the like power supply is gonna fit like along either this wall or maybe like this. Then the only other thing that I wanted to figure out is where and how the graphics card is gonna fit in here. So I might actually open this up, and before I start drilling, before I start permanently putting things in there, I wanna measure with this graphics card as well. And this is what I was going to do the unboxing piece of, so I might just, whoops, turn this on really quick as I'm just gonna put that over there, don't step on that. And then this, I'm just gonna go. All right, give me 1 second, everybody. Oh, I can't see. Is it on? Video and then go. Okay. Let me just, oh no, I'm sorry, I just bumped you guys. Okay, I'm gonna flip this really quick. All right, that is recording. So we're just gonna literally just open this up real quick. Beautiful. Oh man. Ugh. That is stuck in there. I'm currently unboxing this graphics card. Give me 1 second, guys. Why is it? Oh gosh. Okay. Ugh. You just get that beautiful anti-static bag ASMR right now. Wow. That is a graphics card. Fancy. All right. that's pretty much it. I just wanted to get that. Okay. Thanks for bearing with us. Yeah, the AIO is a better choice. He came up with the idea the same way Doc Brown did in Back to the Future. Jack Lamont, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Twitch channel. The specs, we've got a Ryzen 7 9800X3D, a 2 terabyte NVMe Gen 4 drive from Patriot Viper, as well as 64 gigabytes DDR5 RAM. And we are going to try to figure out how exactly we're going to put in this ASRock Steel Legend 9070 XT into this build. I don't think it's going to fit this way, and I am correct. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to, and I'm actually really close, but I don't think it's gonna work. So I think what we're gonna have to do is mount it vertically, which I got a big, I think we're gonna mount it vertically right there, like that. Something along those lines. I was hoping that it was gonna be able to mount this way, because then, oh yeah, go for it, however is best. I wanted to do it this way so that the video ports were right at the top here, but unfortunately it's just a little bit too long. So we're probably gonna end up mounting it this way on the bottom, because it's not gonna fit that way either. So we're gonna have to mount it something like this. Something like that probably. Okay, cool. That is what I wanted to know, which means we are good to put our motherboard basically right here. Okay, here we go, everybody. How's everybody feeling about this? As nervous as I am, because this is making me nervous, not gonna lie. All right. So, I have, please don't fall. I have my drill, and I've got some drill bits. And we are going to put some holes in this thing. You got this. I appreciate the enthusiasm. And then I've got some screws over here that we're going to use to attach this. This is the kind of stuff that I love to do. I'm super excited to be doing this. That is not much clearance, but we'll be good. Actually, you know what? I think I might go grab like a couple 3M strips really quick, so that I can put this in place and it doesn't move. I don't think I have any 3M strips down here. I might have to run upstairs. I do have some 3M strips down here. Oops. Okay. We got a couple 3M strips. We'll put this motherboard exactly where we want it. You think it'll work, but only one way to find out. You are correct. Only one way to figure this out. Just gonna put a couple of these around. Just kind of randomly placed around. Honestly, these are just literally to hold the bracket in place before we attach it with actual screws. Does anybody have any like factual information about the structural integrity of coolers? Okay, I think it's gonna go right about there. Okay, that's where it's going. All right, now it's not gonna move around on us. All right, we're gonna drill some pilot holes and then we're gonna screw it into place and hope that this doesn't just break, and I don't know. Okay, that one's too big. Let's do maybe this one. Yeah, we'll start with that. Okay, just little holes. You're saving for a PC? Strange case? Well, thank you. That was the goal with this one. This is not typical, Jack Lemon. This is not the typical kind of case that I would be using. Welcome in, Robert. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today on this Sunday. There are shenanigans afoot right now. This is a PC that we are building for a giveaway. Garage Beer came to me and they said, Devin, if you had a bunch of money to do something crazy with, what would you do with it? And I said, I'd probably build a computer in a Garage Beer themed cooler and water cool it with beer and then give it away. And they were like, let's do it. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing here. So I'm currently going to be drilling some holes into this cooler so that we can attach the motherboard plate. Chat, you're getting in the way of the B-roll. All right, just like that. That's all we want. Just a little starter hole so that these screws don't just go into this plastic and just destroy it. How are you doing, Robert? Did your chargers finally lose, so you decided to come over here? They did? Oh no, I'm sorry. I was not, I didn't actually pay attention. I didn't actually watch the game. Oh yeah?
I have both the Chargers and Eagles defense, so I had the Eagles and they were losing, so they were doing terrible. I thought, oh shoot, I should play Chargers. Then I checked it again, the Eagles came back. And,
Oh. I was gonna say, I saw that, because who did you have that got injured? Oh, Burrow. Yeah. John here grabbed Joe Burrow for his fantasy team. So
I at least have Jared Goff as a backup.
that's good. You at least got a backup.
But
RG Beer.
first,
Okay. Hopefully we should be done with the drill bits. Now, let's actually put this thing, secure it to the case. I don't often get to use power tools when putting a computer together, so this is kind of fun. It's polyethylene foam inside the plastic shell, but the plastic should catch enough of the screws. Yeah, to be honest, yeah, this is really thick plastic too, so I'm really hoping that it holds well enough. Hopefully, again, there's at least enough. There's There's at least enough of them to make this work and hold it into place. All right, I'm gonna grab a couple more of these. 4 more to be exact. All right, seems to be working. Ooh, jeez. Okay.
These are experimental shots.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. This is all right. That is in there as good as it's gonna be in there, I think. Okay. I already filled that table up. I need another table to put things. Oh, the Broncos just scored and get the ball back in second half. So it's close. I don't even know what the score is. I have been I just got back from the roller skating rink. My daughter had a birthday party that she was attending, and then I started setting up for this. I've been putting all the cameras in place, getting the microphones working again.
Is he a Chargers fan, not a Rams fan? I had Rams defense.
Ah, okay, Rams.
Either Chargers or up 10.
Oh, okay. Chargers are up. Cool. But they get the ball back in the second half. Well, good luck, Chargers. Okay. Now we need to open the cooler. And I think we're going to actually do an unboxing for that as well. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff. Did you make the mounts, or is it like a test bench setup? Yeah, so this is something that was actually, this is actually Corsair's mounting kit. I 3D printed it, but so they put it up on Thingiverse. I don't remember which one which website they put it up on, but I'm pretty sure this was Corsair's kit. I think they made it to go on their big like pegboard desk wall thing that they have. But I was like, okay, well, it comes with like just these mounting holes, so theoretically you can just mount any of these components to literally just anything. So I'm mounting them to the inside of a cooler. All right. Okay. Bear with me for another second. We're going to do another very quick unboxing of this cooler. Hey, bro, did you ever want a CPU cooler in your cooler? Because that's what we're doing. All right, we're gonna open this thing up real quick. Okay, go. All right. I need to turn this way. And I put my knife over here. Okay. All right, we're currently unboxing the CPU cooler. I already got some B-roll from the, I had one of these to go in the convention PC, if anybody's familiar with that one, but it was the white one, so I wanted to get a little bit of the black one. Which side open? Oh, this side, that's why. And the box opens up so weirdly this way. All right. And inside we have all the hardware different brackets, all the different screws that you would ever need. And then you got the actual cooler itself. I don't know if I'm getting any of this on the video. It's okay though. It's not the end of the world if I don't get it on there. Ugh. At least some of it should be on there.
I'll take those up as far as,
Yeah.
And about right here, so.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay, good enough for me. At least just opening it up. All right, let's figure out which mounting bracket we need. So this is a AMD machine. Okay, so one of these goes on the back. Oops. Neither of those. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's literally just this attaches to this. Okay, cool. So there's no back plate at all. No back plate for AMD. All right, I'm cool with that. Oh gosh. Sorry, I'm just trying to get out of the way here. All right. RGB. Hey, Roxas, what's going on? You made it home. I know that I'm not in the frame right now. We're just figuring out exactly what hardware we need to attach the CPU cooler so that we can get that put on there before we get the motherboard in if we need to. You'll be back. Hey, go enjoy that game, Robert. Okay, so we don't need that. That's Intel. That is also Intel. We will probably need those. Okay, those are Intel. Don't need those. No. Okay. So this, okay, we're gonna attach this first. So before we put this in here, this says that we need to attach this to this somehow. Oops. Okay, give us 4 of those. I don't think we need 4. I think. Okay, this is where, oh, I see those attached to that. Okay, I am not an AMD person, so I don't know this stuff. Okay, but this, I think, this actually attaches to the, I think we need to attach this to the CPU cooler first. So I don't actually think we do anything right now. Okay, never mind. False alarm. Let's put all this back. We'll come back. Come back to that. All right. Okay, so the next thing is taking the motherboard and putting it inside the cooler. Inside the cooler, not putting the cooler on top of the motherboard yet. We're putting the motherboard inside the cooler. And the interesting part about this is that usually the case comes with motherboard screws, but This one did not for some reason. So luckily I have a stash of extra screws. So we are never out of screws for anything. Oh, this is gonna be really difficult. This is gonna be way more difficult than I thought. Okay, that's the wrong size screw for that apparently. Okay, let's reset here. What? That is not the right size screw. Okay, apparently this, oh. Let's try some different screws. Apparently let's try some of these. Apparently the motherboard bracket takes some bigger screws. There we go. That'll work. All right, found them. The little things that you don't think about until you do something fun. 100%. This is definitely what I would call an enthusiast project. I would not recommend this kind of thing for beginners. For somebody who's like their first computer, they want to just put it in a cooler. I don't know if I would recommend this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be really difficult to make sure I have this lined up right. Okay, I think I gotta go to the back here and just see if we, nope. See we're not in the, actually I wonder if that's the right sizing. Maybe we are lined up. Okay, there's some there. There we go. All right. Motherboard is aligned. This is interesting. You could say that again. I don't know. Is it Kneezy? Is that how you would say that of HC? Either way, welcome in. This is definitely one of the most unique PC builds I've ever done. I've done a few crazy ones. Done some pretty crazy modding to some cases, but for the most part, they have always started as PC cases, and then we've, you know, done some other crazy things to them. This is definitely a first for me. I can't even see where the hole is. I think it's over here. There we go. Ugh. Okay, almost there. Two more. All right. The other crazy thing about this, using this as a case, that again, a lot of people probably would not immediately think about, is that yes, you've got your USB ports and everything going to be right here, but you don't have any USB ports on the front of your computer case. And as well, this does not have a power button built into it. So that is another thing that we have purchased separately, and hopefully we can get to work correctly by the end of all of this. Either way, we have officially a motherboard inside of this cooler. Crazy, crazy already. All right. We're gonna have to see where that CPU cooler is gonna go. So I think what we're gonna end up doing, the CPU cooler, oh no, okay. I originally planned it to go right here, but it's gonna have to go right here. It's gonna have to go here, and then the GPU is gonna go right in the middle. Okay. Okay, the other thing that I did not think about. Hey everyone, I hope this isn't too off topic. I'd like your opinion on a PC for video editing with some light gaming. Here's the spec sheet and of a pre-built. Creative Photo, welcome in a 5080 with, looks like 32 gigabytes of RAM, Ryzen 7800X3D with an Asus TUF motherboard. As far as a video editing machine, again, really what I would do is look at what video editing software you're going to be using, and I would go and look to see what processors work best with that software. Check out somebody like The Tech Notice here on YouTube. He's got a lot of really, really great productivity videos. But for the most part, AMD typically is not the best kind of processor for video editing. I would typically recommend an Intel, probably an i7 within the last couple of years, i7 or i9, something 12th generation or newer. Again, at this point, for the most part, an Core Ultra 7, the newest version, is not that much more expensive than a 12th, 13th, or 14th gen. And then just getting that newest version, you don't have to worry about some of the issues that the 13th and 14th gen were having. That would probably be my recommendation. A 5080 is an insane graphics card. Amazing. That is, again, I think personally that's as good as it gets. A 5090 is, yes, more powerful, but in my opinion, not worth the extra money. DaVinci or Filmora. I know for a fact that DaVinci works better with Intel CPUs. That's what I use. I do not know off the top of my head Filmora, but yeah, I mean, I would recommend at that point especially looking at the Ryzen 7800X3D. Great processor for gaming. Very, very, very heavily marketed as a gaming CPU and much more expensive because of that. That processor is very, very much more expensive than it should be. You could get a much more powerful CPU, much better video editing wise, and probably just as good, just as good for gaming if you went with an Intel. Look at the pricing difference between like a 14700K, the 265K Core Ultra processor, and you'll probably be better off there. But otherwise, the rest of that looks absolutely fantastic. You'd have to switch the motherboard out if you switch to Intel, but that's that kind of thing. Okay. Okay, so the other thing that I didn't think about, thank you, I forgot about that. We need to get this attached right here. But the one thing that I didn't think about is I don't have a bracket for this. So I might have to do some looking to see if I can find a bracket that I can 3D print for this as well. Otherwise, if I don't do that, I do have some standoffs that I could use, because we have to get it off the panel a little bit so that air can actually flow through. Have some sort of a full piece here. So we might have just hit one of those roadblocks that that just kind of stalls the build out until I get that done. All right. Well, that's unfortunate, but I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to research that and figure it out. Either way, let's see if we put it in this way, that puts the cables kind of out of the way that way. I think that's how we're gonna have to go, because if we put it this way, that runs those cables right there where the graphics card is gonna be in the middle. So we're gonna have to put it this way. And honestly, probably, maybe we do it up a little bit higher, so then the graphics card is at the bottom there. Do we do it down here so that the airflow just kind of goes crazy and comes out? This might create some weird airflow down at the bottom of the case. I don't know. I'm not like a air fan engineer. Thanks for the advice. Many people told me to use AMD for editing. Again, this is it really depends on what kind of editing software you're using and what that company has optimized the best for. But I'm pretty sure that DaVinci runs better on Intel. Again, you should be able to type that into like YouTube and find some videos. But I'm pretty positive that it depends. If you are buying the studio version of DaVinci, that utilizes your graphics card a lot more than your CPU at that point. So obviously the CPU still matters, but it matters less. So if you do have the paid studio version of DaVinci, you know, you could probably get away with whatever processor and it probably wouldn't matter as much, but that's kind of where that lands. Okay, so I need to see what I can do about printing a bracket for this. So the other thing that we theoretically could do is put that graphics card in here. Oh, and the power supply too. Oh, okay. This is gonna get cramped in here really fast. All right, let's take the power supply out. Like get that mount. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's make sure this all is gonna fit in here. This 360 mil AIO is really big. Okay, but if we put the power supply on this corner, we should be good. Okay, we'll just have to flip it around a little bit. I wish I would have, thank you, gotten this cooler sooner. They literally shipped it out to me just the other day, and having a little bit more time to measure things and put it together would have been nice, but here we are. I should have dumped the garbage out before I did this too. This is going to take some serious on-the-fly engineering. A stall is just a chance to find some new solutions. Is it Michael or is it Mikkel? I apologize. Welcome to the stream either way. And yeah, this is definitely a massive opportunity to figure out what we're doing. Okay, so next we are going to be, let's just we'll get the power supply in here because we do have the bracket for that, so that's going to fit like this. That's very nice, but we'll need to, actually we'll probably need to side mount it or just mount it like this. Mount it like that. Okay, is that good with everybody? We're gonna mount it kind of like that, right? Because then, yeah, then we've got plenty of space down at the bottom. Okay, perfect. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let me get these things out of here. Okay, I put the 3M strips back already. I think I need a few more of those to hold this bracket in. Welcome in, Michael or Mikhail, however you pronounce that. Hope you're having a fantastic day. This is definitely an experiment on multiple levels. That's for sure. All right. Once we get this in, we'll have to drill some more holes. So it's gonna sit right like that. Is that straight? Something like that. Okay, well, it's not sticking. Something is... I don't know if that's my 3D printing job that's not quite flat, or if that's... All right, well, we might have to work with what we got here. All right, here we go. Okay, it's gonna look like that. Like we might just, sorry, get a hole and then put a screw in it so that I appreciate it. We might just do this, put a screw in it so it holds it in place for us. Sorry. That's loud and obnoxious. Okay, there. Ugh. Now we got one in. Now we can put it exactly where we want it. Get the rest of them in there. Okay. Okay. Keep that out of the cooler as much as possible. How's it coming, Parker? Welcome in. We are making progress. We've got some, we've come up to a couple of, I would say, hiccups so far, but we're making progress. Nothing that we can't handle, nothing that we can't figure out, hopefully. I'm not sure either. What do you want to do for supper? Huh? Oh. It's an option. Okay. All right, that is in. Yeah, whatever. Okay. How are you doing, Parker? What time are we running at? We're at 5:15. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, they don't play it till like 7:30, so. Okay. All right, let's I think I'm gonna just slap this power supply in here, like only with like 2 screws, because we're probably gonna end up taking it out to, we're gonna probably end up taking it out to hook up all the cables and everything. I just want to see what that looks like. Okay, is this easier if I come to this side? Maybe. Kind of. Oh my gosh. I need longer screws apparently. Do I have longer power supply screws? Yeah, I got a couple of them in here that are just a little bit longer. Let's see if this one works. Oh, there we go. Okay. I might have to like order more of those. I don't think I have any more of those. That was a one screw type of thing. I don't think this will work. Well, Huh. Okay, I'm gonna have to order some more power supply screws. Unless I have some other screw in here that would fit that. It's the same thread length. This might be. Let's see if this is the right length. That's not the right length, but that's not the right size. Okay, well, gotta put that on my list of, see, this is what I assumed we were gonna come up against, was some things like this, where I'm like, okay, well, I just don't have the screws for that. So I'll need to order some new power supply screws. Long PSU screws. Okay. Parker's doing all right, ready for the game. That's for sure. Lost track of time earlier. I would have come in sooner. No worries, no worries. We are here. We're here either way. So appreciate you being here at all, Parker. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Sunday in the basement. All right. Power supply is in. Now, let's see. Now, the other thing I have to figure out is this is for the graphics card. How am I gonna mount this though? Okay. Might have to figure this one out too. Oh, did I put, oh, graphics card's in here. Graphics card is still in the box. Okay. Well, see, that'll work. That's exactly what we need. But how do we mount this then? There's part of me that wants to get the CPU cooler in there before I like really figure out where the graphics card is gonna go, because if we can move the graphics card around at all, well, we already figured that it's not deep enough to put it in there. If only this cooler was like an inch taller. I don't know if this bracket is gonna work. This is what the Corsair kit included for graphics card mounting, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Might have to try to find a different solution for this. Okay, well. I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, because I mean, we need the graphics card, we need the CPU cooler in there. But then after that, yeah, it's really just hooking all the cables up. But I don't want to do any of that until I get these two things in here. Because we need to, okay, it needs to be mounted to the bottom. What would be the other way? The other option is we get a 260 or a 240 millimeter AIO and we put it on this wall. It'll fit here, and then the option would be attaching the graphics card like here, mounting it horizontally, but then that would show it off better, but it would also probably be kind of weird. Okay. I think we just mount it the way that we were talking before. The radiator right here, the graphics card just in the middle. I think that's how we do it. Let me just, one more time for the fun of it, let me just put this. Yeah, we need like an inch. And I am not going to carve out an inch worth going into the floor of the cooler. Although that is an option, but I don't really want to do that. So it's gonna, I think it's gonna have to go like that, which I think is fine. I think that's good. I think that works. It's gonna have to go like this, but now we just need to figure out we're just gonna have to get a little bit more robust mounting system than this, I think. My first thought, so it actually is supposed to attach here, and that's why that mounting system, that's how that would work. That mounting system would work if it was attaching to the motherboard bracket, but we're not doing that. Okay, so I need to research some better way to mount the graphics card as well. Carve the top? So I won't be able to do anything to the top because we got a giant monitor to go on the lid. So this monitor is going to be right here. So you open up the lid, and there's going to be a giant monitor right here to let you play your games fully enclosed in this thing. Could it go flat on the bottom? I don't know. I mean, I suppose it could go flat like that, but then we'd have to, as long as we put the AIO, the radiator, way up top, that could theoretically work. Again, still have to figure out some other mounting bracket system for this, but it'd probably be weird because, I don't know, we'd still have to figure out how to mount it, which probably would be easier than doing this way, because we could probably just, I mean, that's a metal back plate on this thing. Is it metal, or is that just a, I think that's metal. So I mean, we could, well, that's an option. That is an option. Red, how are you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're just figuring out how to put a computer in a cooler. If you have any suggestions, I'm open to hearing them. I printed out this bracket originally for the graphics card, but I don't think is gonna do exactly what I wanted it to do. So I think we're gonna have to probably call it there. I'm gonna do some brainstorming and figure this out. But let me know if anybody wants me to stream the rest of this, or if I should just put it together as quickly as I can. Would you guys rather have another stream to put like all of this together? Bolt through the bottom? I was thinking about that. I think that's an option. We'll have to see. I think that is an option at this point. I'm gonna do some research and see how difficult it is to find something to keep this in place. Because I want to keep this secure. I don't want this just waving around somewhere in the middle. I might need to make a bracket that literally just goes around both sides, that I can literally just bolt in there into the bottom. So I might be making something from scratch. We'll have to see here. Get all the parts and stream it. Okay, so the thing is if I'm gonna stream it, it might not be as quick as possible. If I just put this together whenever, I might get the giveaway to go a little bit quicker, but I like the screws in the heatsink. Wait, I like the screw in the heatsink and card on the bottom. Oh, it shows the card really well. Okay, definitely stream the rest. So you like it like flat like this? Because again, that probably would be easier to print a bracket like that, because I'd probably be able to print a bracket that just holds on to the back plate. Just really grips onto the back plate there, where if I mount it this way, it's probably going to be a bracket very similar to like this, but it's going to fit over the whole thing. It's going to be a bracket that holds the card like this and just brackets right there, which I think, to be honest, would still look really cool. We've still got the really nice light up steel legend at the top there. You're going to see the RGB from the top, from the fans emanating to the rest. That's really what's gonna light up the rest of the cooler inside here. So like, I think it looks it would look good this way. And to be honest, again, I'm gonna have to measure and like look around. 2 12-hour streams incoming. Depending, again, so this takes up, that much space in the top. plus whatever bracket system I get to connect this.
Hold this so you can try to-
Maybe, yeah, if you just hold that. Here, I'll take the cable out here. Yeah, just hold that up there. So this is going to be somehow like this. So then the graphics card is going to be, you know, it's going to be down in there. So whether it's like that or whether it's flat, like it's going to be down in there. Mm-hmm. That actually could be cool, and actually probably be best for airflow. If these fans are blowing, I'll have to, are these fans going, actually I think those fans are going in. I think those are going through, pushing air through. Yeah. Again, I'm not an air fan scientist, but I think those fans are pushing through. So maybe that actually would not be ideal if it was laying down this way, pushing air down. That probably wouldn't be ideal. I mean, not that this is ideal either, but that's probably a little bit better for airflow than that would be. Because it doesn't fit this way. It doesn't fit, I mean, it's not gonna fit that way because it doesn't. I mean, oh, it's not gonna fit that way. It is right on the edge of fitting, just, so, I mean, it's gotta go one of those ways. No. So yeah, I think I'm gonna see what something like this looks like. Because I think that would leave the most, because then if we get the fans on the top blowing down, we get these fans blowing that way, air's all going the same way, it's not pushing against each other, then maybe I get like a fan down there somewhere that pushes it out. I don't know. I'm sure it'll rotate air just enough. The flat looks good. Even with the radiator in there, maybe a raised bottom. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's gonna be space. I mean, even if I put this completely flat on the case, like there's still plenty of space in there already, but there's gonna be some sort of bracket under this to mount somewhere. So there's definitely gonna be space under it. I'm not super worried about airflow getting there, but there's definitely gonna be something. With airflow, was your concern with it laying down? Yeah. I think I'm gonna try this way first. I think I'm gonna try vertical first and see if I can get something like that to work. Because I think if I can get that to work, that will be the ideal way of doing this. If I can't get that to work, I'm pretty positive that I can get a bracket like this to work. I just don't think that this is quite as ideal. I'll play with it. I'll play with it and see what we can figure it out. I think the first order of business is putting together the bracket for the CPU cooler, because that's only pretty much one way that's going in here, and then just seeing if I can get a bracket to go over the top of this to really. The good thing is this card is like super solid built here. The back plate is completely metal, so I like that's going to be hopefully pretty nice to build around. Cool. Well, I very much appreciate everybody being here. You guys are fantastic. I apologize that I didn't get farther with this. But this is kind of what I needed to do next, was just literally start putting things in here. I could try to plan for this computer as much as I could, but there are certain things like this that I literally just could not plan for. So I apologize that this is about as far as we got today, but I think that this is about as far as we're getting today. Okay, actually, let me get another thought from you guys. The other thought process is I return the Steel Legend, and instead of getting a 3-fan model, we get a 2-fan model. And then it fits right there. A 2-fan model would fit there. And the nice thing about this, 1, you're not dealing with a riser cable. 2, I can use this bracket. I don't have to do anything crazy. I could probably just get another little bracket to go down there just to like really solidify it. But like I don't have to worry about any crazy brackets. Don't have to worry about a riser cable failing. It's gonna be much more secure right there. You have your video output right here instead of having to go, you know, way down here and messing with it and trying to pull an HDMI cable out. Your video outputs are gonna be right here. So we could return the Steel Legend and try with a 2-fan model. Thoughts? Tony says yes, the 2-fan sounds a lot simpler. You're correct. Not sure you'll need another fan since heat rises. I think you're right there. I think the fact that heat rises, the fact that like there's just gonna be air spinning around in here, like it's gonna be going. I'm not super worried about the cooling in this. It would be nice to have the cables right up front. That is originally what I wanted to do, was to do this. That was my plan. I think that would be a lot simpler. 2-fan is gonna be better. Okay. Smaller card is warranted. Okay. All right. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but I think we'll see what we can find. Darn it, I have to make another trip to Micro Center. Ugh. Dang, I hate when that happens. Okay. Thank you everybody for your input. Thank you so much for helping me out. Thanks for being here and watching and just hanging out today, keeping us company while we do this crazy thing, while we try to put a computer in a cooler. Appreciate you guys being here. Yes, so definitely we are, this is my #1 priority. I'm gonna be trying to finish this as soon as I can. Obviously heading into the week, I have my normal day job during the day, but we'll see. I might just like literally leave everything set up down here. And once I because I gotta get some more screws for this. If I swap out this, I either need to swap out the graphics card or be able to build a custom bracket for it myself, which is gonna be a whole thing. I need to find or print some sort of bracket for the CPU cooler. So once I get all that stuff done, if you guys are interested, I can go live again. So we can try to build the rest of that. I also need to, I think I'm gonna try to print a bracket for this as well to keep this in place right here. Just a nice long bracket to go along there to keep that in. So that's something I didn't do either. So I need to do that. I also want to figure out, I've got this little keyboard trackpad combo thing that's going to be going with this. So like probably just going to try to find some way to like stick that right there so that, you know, you can literally just pull it out. Dude, here's your keyboard and mouse. You log into the computer, do whatever, start your game, and then, you know, you grab your controllers over from this side or whatever it looks like, and you're just literally ready to game just by, you know, taking the one power cable, plugging it into an outlet, and you're ready to game on an incredible gaming PC. So that's the plan. And the craziest part is Garage Beer has allowed us to give this away. As soon as this is done, make sure you go and follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting everywhere about the giveaway, but the giveaway is going to be run through Instagram. So once this is all ready, make sure you look out for that post. I'll be posting it as soon as it is ready, and we're gonna get this PC given away to one lucky winner, and hopefully they're close enough. If you're in Kansas City and I could just drive this to you, that would be awesome. So I don't have to like ship this. I don't know how much that would cost. I don't know how much it's gonna cost to ship this. So if somebody in Kansas City wants to win this, that would be super cool. Be really cool. All right. Otherwise, I appreciate everybody being here. I'm gonna sign off. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Go Chiefs. Hopefully the Chargers are doing okay. All right. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you in the next one.